When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Friday, February 13th. It's our episode of love. What's going on, boys?
What's up, fellas?
Yo, I did not realize it was Friday the 13th. I'm staying home today.
It is Friday the 13th. We're going to ignore that. We're going to show you some love, so hopefully you show us some love here on this episode, because by my calendar, it's Valentine's Day coming up here this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait to take the lady out to dinner tomorrow. It's going to be a good night. Yeah, I think we got a babysitter lined up, so we're excited for that.
My future missus hates Valentine's Day. It's one of my favorite things about her.
Yeah. To each their own, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Anth, you got any? You got the rose petals. You got the chocolates.
Not dinner. Oldest one got a dance competition. So, but yeah, got to stop and get the flowers and the chocolates for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I'm prepared. I love it. I already got my Valentine's Day present right here. Hope she's not watching.
She ain't watching.
My life is last minute, Tom. So,
well, I hope everyone. It's always good when it's on a weekend, because then some people do Friday, some people do Saturday, maybe even a Sunday in there. So it kind of spreads it out. You don't have to be stabbing each other to get those reservations, but hope everyone has a happy, safe Valentine's weekend.
It's just nice that it's going to be warm. I mean, this is like, I think it's like 25 out there today, and I feel like I could wear shorts. So it's just been great this week, and I'm glad that we're on our way to spring.
The ice jams, all figured out there, Thomas?
It's a dam with a D. And yeah, I will have the contractor here hopefully for the last day today. It's been a 5-6 day ordeal of leaking walls and ceilings. So I think we're on the right track, and it should be painted today.
Oh, awesome. Well, congratulations. I'm glad it's warming up across the country. It's been a little brutal out there, but let's get into our topic today. I'm disappointed, guys. I am disappointed because we keep seeing agents and buyers getting tricked, and they're getting tricked by loan officers that are showing rates that, yeah, I guess technically they're a real rate, but you're not asking the cost of the rate. And some buyers out there are just getting bent over the rails right now. And how many times do we got to talk about it here, guys?
Yeah. Go ahead, Anth.
I was going to say, it seems pretty common, man. People don't know what they're getting, and it's very unfortunate.
And we need, I mean, you guys are experts. You guys are out there. You're part of the team as realtors. And a lot of you want to be experts, but then you're you're getting tricked, right, Tom? We got realtors and buyers getting tricked together to try to tell us someone's getting some rate that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to admit you're being tricked or you want to admit that you're just flat out wrong. I don't know which is worse, but 2 times this week I've seen astronomical low rates with astronomically low taxes and astronomically high points. So I've seen it twice this week. Somebody got tricked. I don't know who it was. Thank God that agent did a second look with West Penn to save that deal. I mean, not to save the deal. The deal would have went through, but the buyer would have been screwed. I mean, there's no way around it. No other. He'd had a few points on it with a little bit lower rate and 2 months taxes. 2 months taxes. I don't understand how, as a loan officer, you cannot feel like a scumbag and just quote 2 months tax. I just don't get it.
Well, unfortunately, loan officers are kind of like police officers, where most of them are great, but there's a few out there that stink. And the one reason they stink is because they're just trying to sell something rather than be mortgage experts and help out clients to get the best deal. They're just salesmen. They're just selling something and not telling the full story. But that's why all of our realtor partners that watch AM Chatter should have red flags when you see some of these things out there. And we'll get into it because Tom and Anth are going to play a little role playing today on Valentine's Day, the episode of Love, to show you guys what is going on out there in the real world. Because
It's the episode of LARP.
no, it's the episode of Love.
All right.
Pull it together. So we need to get into this. So let's pull it up, Anth, and let's talk one more time why the lowest interest rate isn't always the best. It might be the best, but if your buyer doesn't know what they're getting, then it's not the best, okay? So I'm in the middle. I'm going to play referee here. We're going to put Anth on the left-hand side, and we're going to put Tom on the right-hand side, all right? So I'm a buyer. I'm shopping around. I'm looking for rates. If I only shop interest rate, I'm going to laugh at Anthony. I'm going to say, hey, Anth, Tom is killing you. He's got a way better rate. But that doesn't tell the whole story, does it, Anthony?
No, definitely not. I mean, the rate is one piece of the puzzle, but if somebody is not getting all the info, and the problem is a lot of people aren't getting estimates, which is probably their first mistake, because you can't know what you're paying unless you have an estimate from the lender. You can get an estimate from your agent or whoever else. That's great, but it doesn't mean much when the lender's estimate is what actually matters. So when you're looking at that rate of 5.875, yes, it's a great rate. In today's market, 2-year low. Some people will say, and there's no points on it, so it's going to save you, on closing costs at closing versus paying points to get a lower interest rate.
I mean, in reality, and this is why the expert agents are the best, they understand that there are 2 ways a lender can make money. All right, we're going to pull back the curtain a little bit here. 2 ways. You can either charge the dollar amount at closing, or you can increase or decrease the interest rate depending on what's going on there. Okay? So Tom's scenario, yeah, he's pricing out the lowest rate he has. The lowest rate on Tom's price sheet today is 5.25. But on a $300,000 purchase with 5% down, Tom, is it worth $7,100?
And that's kind of the decision that we all make together as a team. And it's not a hidden decision, pulling the wool in front of the eyes of the buyer. I mean, this is a planned decision to buy points. I could absolutely charge 2.5 points, throw that interest rate down to 5.25, and I could ultimately put 2 months of taxes into my escrow account, knowing that full-heartedly that it's going to be 8 to 10 months. I could do those things and not get in trouble. This is what I've been seeing. I've seen lenders do this. But having an expert on your team, having this informed decision working together, we could decide how much that interest rate is going to save you monthly. And once you figure out how much money that you're going to save monthly from the 5.25 to the 5.875, we can then start to determine what the break-even point is. And that break-even point is only found by dividing that number that you're saving monthly by the amount of money that you're spending in points, which is just prepaid interest, to see when that break-even months comes to play. So if it is, 72 months on a break-even, it might not be worth buying all those points because, that's 6 years away. So you're not going to start making money back for 6 years. You don't know what's going to happen in 6 years. I think having the money in your pocket and being able to spend it right now would be better in that scenario. But again, we're not trying to hide these things to get the deal. We're talking to our buyers about this to make sure that everybody's informed.
That is the basic point right there. We are having that extra conversation going over the options. Tom isn't just out there selling, yep, I got 5.25 today, guys. Call me. We got the lowest rates around. He could say that, He's supposed to say the APR 5.77. But if you're not asking about the APR or asking about the points, then you're not getting the full picture. You're not getting the full picture. What if you get to closing and your buyer is paying $7,000 more than they could at another lender? They may want to do that, but let it be their option. Let it be the buyer's option to do that, not a lender tricking your buyer into charging points artificially to get a lower rate.
Yeah, and it's local banks that are doing this, local people in our market. I know everybody loves to just call out internet lenders, but local lenders in our market are currently doing this. So just let it be known.
Tom, it is, and Anth, you tell them, it has been so common to show rates with points compared to West Penn Financial that we generally are starting out showing rates at no points on our base program. So it may sound like no point, 1 point, that's no big deal. That's 1% of the loan amount. Get out your calculator. 1% of the loan amount is generally thousands of dollars a buyer's going to have to pay or not pay depending on the interest rate. It's a huge amount of money, and you guys as expert realtors need to understand and stop getting tricked by the lower rates.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It happened this week, actually. I mean, the problem is the clients don't realize they're paying points. So when, say, the lender comes back with 5 1/4 with an APR of 5.77, they're not just saying, hey, I'm actually charging you points to get that rate. They're just saying, hey, I'll give you 5 1/4, and they don't send an estimate. That's the problem, because clients don't know they're paying them, and they just look at the rate at face value and say, oh, okay, well, this lender's this much lower on rate. There's a huge difference there. I had one this week where we were saving the clients $2,800 at closing and almost $100 on payment. You know what the lender said? Oh, get me an estimate. I'll match them. As soon as you say that, all you just said was, I was screwing you over in the beginning. But now that you got a better deal, I will actually try to match what that other person is doing. Grimy. So it is happening very, very much so locally, and ultimately out-of-state lenders as well. So look at what you're getting. Make sure you're getting an estimate from your client. If you're not getting an estimate for your client from the lender and your client's not getting an estimate, what are you doing? Like, come on. Like, you can use the app, you can use alternative sources, but the lender's fees are going to be different than what you're providing. So make sure that your clients are getting an estimate from their lender. It's damn near a requirement. But a lot of lenders do not do that. So,
and we are here to help. If you see an estimate, you don't understand it, let us help. That's what we do all day, every day. We look at estimates, we understand them, we can tell you what you're seeing. So that's all I have today. If you boys don't have anything else, we will wrap it up for the weekend of love.
Love you, boys. Later.
Love you. Anthony's muted. He's old.
Have a great Valentine's Day weekend, guys.
Later.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony.